What's up, guys? Welcome back to Tinx Live, exclusively on Radio Andy, Channel 102. As always, this is our weekly time to talk to each other with a live Ask Me Anything. I want to talk to all of you, so call me right now. It's 844-305-ANDY. That's 844-305-2639. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. We're back for AMA. Chat, I must ask, how are we coping with keeping our white jeans clean in the rain? Because, like, I'm at a loss. The way I'm going through white jeans in this city is not sustainable. I thought it was going to be a lovely morning. I woke up, I had a coffee, I talked to the cats, I asked them how they were feeling. They're doing much better, by the way. Thank you for everybody who's checked in. They're so much calmer now that they're together. They still don't like New York, but they now don't like it together, so that's a lot better. It looked fine. I looked out my window, everything was good. I leave to get on the subway and it's a fucking torrential storm. And now I have another pair of white pants that are just like, I don't know. I don't even know. New York is so dirty that, like, when I come into my apartment, I like sometimes strip off like in the door because I don't want to get the outside clothes touching even like at all inside. That is like the level of the dirt on my pants right now. But anyway, last night we had a really fun night. We did with Bellatrix, Emma and Kara, my friends. They put on a little like a book talk for me, which was nice. It was nice to do another format. You know, I'm used to just the book tour stops where I meet everybody, which is obviously so fun. But this was like at Casa Cipriani and there was drinks and it was cute and it was nice to just like talk to them. They're so smart, and you should check out Bellatrix, their book club. It's really cool, and they're both just such incredible people, and I'm really lucky to know them. And then we decided to go out. I mean, me and like Peg and Linda and the gang kind of decided to go out, and then, guys, I got a dick pic, and I did know it was coming, but I know, Steve, you weren't in the room when I told the boys that I got it's the biggest dick I've ever seen in my life.
Oh
yeah. It's huge. And I did.
Does that make it better or scarier? Or?
I think he wanted to send it to me because, like, and I even said to him, I was like, oh, I'd want to send that out too if that were my dick. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. So I was just like, okay. Honestly, that was a good ending to my night. Like, I didn't do anything. I was just like, all right. Good to know. Good to know.
What do you mean you knew it was coming? He was like, hey, can I send you a dick pic? Or?
Yeah. He was like, we were talking, we went for drinks last night afterwards, a few of us, and we saw this guy and we were talking to him, and my girlfriend was saying like, oh, should I ask this guy for a dick pic? And obviously me, like 3 tunes deep, was like, yeah, ask him, see what he says. And so then when we were going home, the guy was like, oh, did your friend get her dick pic? And I was like, nah, she didn't, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, okay, well, here's mine. And I go, no teasing now. And he was like, oh, I just wanted to see how you'd react, but I'm happy to send one. And I said, okay, go on then. Because I'm just like, I'm always doing it for the bit. I'm going to see how far I can take it. And also I collect dick pics like gemstones in a video game or something. Like I just like to have them. It's like a private art collection that only I know the value of. Well, you know what I mean?
If this is a video game, you've reached final dick boss.
No, I am dick pic final boss. Yeah. And he sent it and I was like, there's so few times I'm rendered truly speechless, but I was like, okay, wow, that's pretty. I don't even want to say perfect because it looks borderline too big. That is how big it is.
Yeah, I would imagine that not every woman would be excited to see that, maybe a little frightened or intimidated.
It was huge. I was intimidated by it, but I was like, that's a nice thought to go to sleep on. And I went to sleep alone, and I woke up and I was like, damn. I checked my hidden folder. I was like, oh, still there. Okay, wow. I also love that, like, because we had been also talking about like how you can like tell when the dick pic is like old, and like for nudes, when I send them, if it's one from the bank, from the archive, I always screenshot it and then I send it so that it looks fresh and customized, but when really it's just an archival pic. And so I like downloaded the photo, obviously, and I was like, oh, he sent this to someone in January. And I was like, so now I know. Yeah, now you know. You know.
Did you ever think like you could do like a glamour shots at the mall, but help women with their sexy pictures?
Yes, I think, yeah.
Like we could put you in the fishbowl, pull the curtains, I'll hit record, and we'll all walk out. So it's just you and the girls, and you'll just walk them through everything.
Yeah, I think that would be good. No, I've been like in clothes, obviously, and I've shown a couple of good nude poses on my Instagram, but maybe we need to refresh that. So yeah, I'm just thinking if the woman from last night who asked the mean question was listening to the opening of this, she'd be like, I hate your podcast. Like, goddamn, all you do is talk about this is exactly what you talk about. Anyway, we won't go into it. So on the show on Monday, we read out the email from my suitor via Amy. And Steve said he got some emails from you guys, a lot of emails. He's cherry picked the best ones. I asked Amy, I was like, do you think I should go out with this guy? And she was like, I'm shocked you're even asking. Yes, go out with him. Why not? What did the girls think,
Okay,
Steve?
so we got about like 20-ish emails in a varying, like everyone was just on email guy's side, by the way. Not one person was like, don't do it.
Okay.
So I grabbed a couple lines. Tinx, you need to go out with email guy. I would only pray a man was able to communicate what he wanted so clearly with me. Girl, if you don't blow email guy, I will. I feel like I kind of get where you're coming from. Maybe a little creepy. This guy's kind of a fan, but he is shooting his shot. Make this man's wish come true and then tell us all about what a nightmare it is.
Yeah.
So this person was like, nah, she wants it for, and then the next person said, please just do it for the bit. And
I think we have to do it for the bit.
yeah. And then last but not least, what if this is how you meet your future husband, partner, baby daddy, whatever? I smell a third book.
Ooh, yes, that's true. I am always looking for more book fodder. I think I need to do it. Amy said that she would call him for me and ask me. She's so sweet. Why is Amy so nice? She said she would screen him for me. And I was like, yeah. I mean,
I often ask myself the same question.
I want that. Like, I want that so much.
So she's going to screen him. Where are you leaning towards?
I'm leaning towards I'm going to do it for the bit.
Yeah.
And also I'm going on a lot of dates, guys. Like I went on 2 dates last week and I'm going to go on, I think 2 this week. So I'm like, I'm in the mood. I think why not? He's, I want to reward that type of behavior.
You need to disarm him immediately. He's going to be so nervous after writing such a well thought out email. I think he's going to be really nervous to be on a date with you.
The thing is, I don't think he is. I think he's just like, that's my fear. And I don't mind saying this. My fear is that he's going to be a little freaky. Because, one time, do you remember the time that the guy made me that PowerPoint presentation as to why we should go out? And I was like, it's always guys like that like look so good on paper and like come across really articulate that when you get in person with them, that's like, that was amongst the driest dates I've ever been on. That was a 40-minute-er. I was like, oh my God. And he had done a really cute PowerPoint presentation. So I think I'd do it for the bit.
Okay. Lindsay's boyfriend made her a PowerPoint presentation in like season 6 of Summer House.
That's true.
Didn't go well.
Didn't go well.
Didn't end up with him.
Honestly, don't mention Summer House anymore. On this show, I'm
what are you talking about? Did something happen?
No, I'm just like I'm over. Like I don't know how they do it. I really mean that. Like I really being embroiled in Summer House drama for 2 weeks was far too much for my nerves. My nerves are shot. So I don't know how they do it. It's very intense for them.
I got to tell you, I'm here for all of it.
So well, obviously Steve loves
I'm a nobody.
it.
I love it.
No, it's like we love the Bravoverse, but I want to be an observer. All right. I know that people are going to be like, get to the questions faster. Monday is for talking. And that's right. Monday is for yapping and Wednesday is for talking. And we're going to message that very clearly for the rest of eternity. Okay, let's talk to Emma. Hi, Emma. How are you doing?
Hi, Tinx. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for calling. What's going on?
Of course. So I'm just going to get right to it. So
yeah.
My husband in February, I found out that
you left him. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear. You left him in February?
I left him in February.
Okay.
Yeah. I found out that he was having a multi-year affair with a very close friend of mine. And I'm pregnant.
Oh my God.
So it has been a whirlwind.
I'm so sorry. That's beyond horrific and devastating. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it has been. I mean, it also has been such a period of growth and change, and the pregnancy has been so grounding for me. So I'm finding my way through it. I could give birth any day now.
Oh my God.
So I guess why I'm calling is just for your advice on how can I enter into this new chapter? How can I embrace summer of outside, even though I'm going to be freshly postpartum.
Mm-hmm.
I was with him for 9 years, so I'm terrified to start dating. Eventually, I realize I'm not going to be doing that when I'm in adult diapers, but eventually I would like to date again.
Of course you will.
Yeah.
I mean, first and foremost, I just want to say that you are an incredible person and your courage is admirable and so inspiring. And I can't begin to imagine the strength it took to leave this guy when you have been with him for nearly a decade and you're pregnant with his baby. Like, it's a lot of confusing emotions, and you deserve all the props because it's incredible. Now on to like this next chapter of your life. I mean, I think you should take comfort in the fact that your child is going to like look up to you and be so proud of you when they learn like that you chose this difficult choice because you wanted to advocate for the future happiness of yourself and your child. And there's that saying that's like, happy parents, happy children. And I'm not a parent, but I've always really liked that sentiment because I think when parents like stabilize themselves and make themselves happy, kids learn by example. And I think that's very like something I've always thought about. So the fact that you are so brave to do this, like, is going to show your child it's good to be brave. It's good to make hard choices because in the long run, they're going to pay dividends for you and your baby. I think that you should look at this as sort of an adventure. Like, you are doing the most incredible act in the world. You are creating life. You're about to give birth to this beautiful baby, and you are going to navigate this. I mean, largely on your own. I'm sure you have amazing friends and family, and I'm sure that your ex will be someone involved to see the baby and whatnot. But you are like doing this in the same way that women have like done since the dawn of time. And I think that when I think about motherhood, I think that it is the most incredible generational bond for all women. Like, since the dawn of time, like I would get woo woo with it. I would think about all the women throughout history who have like, you know, been in the forest, like having their babies by themselves and then like strapping the baby to their back and like walking and like doing all that shit. Like, throughout history, women have done these incredible things, and it's like you are connected to all of them. When you have this baby, you are going to summon the strength of all womankind, and it's like beautiful and it's poetic and it's fucking incredible. And then it's going to be summer. You're going to have this adorable new little baby. You're going to be a mom, and it's exciting. You have to kind of take each day as it comes. And I'm sure there will be highs and lows. Really make sure your friends are supporting you. This is a time to call on your village and say overtly, hey, I'm doing this alone. I would love for you to come over and watch TV with me while I nurse. Like, it would mean a lot to me, to your best friend. It's a time to call on your family and say, hey, I literally need to go get a haircut. Can you please watch the baby for an hour so I feel human again? Ask and you shall receive. Like, I really do believe people want to help in these times. The baby will be the greatest like distraction you never thought you needed. So just like enjoy this amazing feat that you're achieving, and also please make sure you have someone to talk to, whether it's a mom, a best friend, a therapist is like a really good idea, I think, during this time, because you're processing, right? You're still reeling from the fact that your ex cheated on you with your friend. Like, that is a devastating trauma to go through, and now you're having a baby, which is when a woman gives birth, it is the single largest hormonal change that a human can experience. That's a fact that I read on TikTok, but it is true. I believe it to be true. It is true. So it's like you're going to be going through a lot of hormonal changes. It's going to be emotional. Have someone to ground you so that when you're feeling insane, you can call up someone, a professional, whatever, and just talk it out and really feel like you have a sounding board, because you are about to experience this great joy, but you are still mourning the loss of your marriage. So it's okay to feel like there's a lot of extreme emotions that you're channeling right now.
Yeah, I really love all that advice, and I'm so fortunate with the village that I have around me. I've got 3 incredible best friends, and then a bunch of other close friends, and my parents, and I've got a fantastic therapist.
Great.
So, yeah, I will be loved. This baby will be loved.
Oh.
So, yeah, and I really love the visual of, the cave woman who's doing it on her own and sort of uniting with that.
Like, I would think about that. Like, think about all the women who have just been like strapping the baby to their back and like just going and doing it, whatever it is. It's like, it's pretty fucking cool what women are able to do. And I'm so, so proud of you, and I'm excited for you. You're going to be a mom.
Thanks. I'm excited for me too. Yeah.
All right. Well, I hope you and baby have the best summer of outside ever, exploring the world together and getting to know each other and just having so much love. So I'm thinking of you. We're all so proud of you. And yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited for you.
Thanks. I'm so happy I got to talk to you.
Oh, I'm glad you got through. Lots of love, babe. Bye. Oh, that is so crazy. Like, what a piece of shit that guy is. Like, truly, like, I think men who cheat on pregnant wives or partners, like, there is a special place in fucking hell for you. Like, seriously, there is a special place in fucking hell. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, goddamn. Evil. But she's got a good head on her shoulders. She's going to be more than fine. Okay. Eva. Hey, how are you?
Hi, Tinx. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. What's going on, girl?
Okay, so I have a question. I have a boy best friend. I would say our dynamic is very similar to yours and Lucas's.
Okay.
We've been best friends for about 10 years. I'd say maybe in the last, 2-3 years, we've gotten a lot closer.
Okay.
He's +1 to my work parties, and we're totally platonic. Nothing has ever happened. We don't hug. Nothing has ever happened, and I don't really get that vibe. But about a month ago, we went out, and I'm in my single girl era. He's also single, and he has made it clear that he never wants to be in a relationship again.
Oh.
And I'm not really in a place to want that, so I'm okay. But I don't have feelings for him. I don't think he has feelings for me. But when we went out, I was talking to guys, and he would just come in and kind of cock block and just introduce himself. And afterwards, we went bar hopping to 3 bars. And afterwards, I was making little jokes you were really messing with my vibe. You were cock blocking in a funny way. And then it kind of turned serious, and he was I just wanted to make sure they knew you were with someone and that nothing was going to happen.
Oh, he likes you.
And we were also out with my cousins, with my family. So it was nothing was it was my boy cousin. So nothing was going to happen. And yeah, so ever since then, that dynamic has been he apologized, and we've gone out since then, and he hasn't interjected in that way, but the dynamic's been kind of off. And then last week we were talking about I was I'm really just in the talking about what you say about scarcity mind. If someone doesn't want me, I don't want them.
Right.
And then he asked this guy from a year and a half ago, and he was oh, well, you weren't like that when you were so upset that so-and-so didn't want you. And I was whoa. So that really hurt my feelings. And ever since those two things happened, I've kind of just taken a step back and just been kind of annoyed and I don't know. And then he's really close with my family, with my best friends. So even if I'll be going somewhere, they'll invite him and I won't even know. And it's
whoa, that's close. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're really, really close. So just wanted to hear your thoughts on that.
So it's kind of making you want to pull back, or what is your thought? Are you I think that he sounds a little bit jealous, maybe a little insecure, and maybe a little possessive. Are you asking what you should do, if you should bring it up to him?
Yeah, we've already kind of squashed it, but the energy just feels off. And I was really hurt when he brought up the guy from the past.
Yeah.
Because I was in a really dark place, and that was just not necessary to bring up. Yeah, I'm just asking if you've had that experience with guy friends, and what you think I should do. If you think I should take a step back, if you think I should have another conversation about it. Yeah.
I think I've been lucky with my guy friends that I haven't had that exact thing happen, and I don't know why. I feel the next time, I feel you need to give, you've known him for a really long time. You're super close to him. I think you need to give him the benefit of the doubt. But the next time he does something bring up your ex, or cut in or clock block you at a bar, you need to sit him down and be hey, I feel the vibe has been off. And you don't even need to have a whole speech plan. You can literally just be I feel like the vibe's been off. It hurt my feelings when you brought up the guy. Then we had the cock blocking incident, and now you said this, and I'm just wondering if something's going on. And just say that and leave it. Like, you don't need to say any more, and just open it up. Like, he's your best friend at the end of the day, and he might be doing it subconsciously. If you've had a 10-year friendship with him and this never happened before, then you never know. I mean, maybe something has changed for him. Like, maybe he has a little crush on you now, or he's developing feelings or whatnot. But you don't need to make any assumptions. I would just leave it unless something else happens, in which case just pull him aside. He's your best friend. Like, you should feel comfortable talking to him about this.
Yeah, totally. And then, like, sometimes, like, when I do try to have, like, serious conversations, like it's, like, I remember when you had Lucas on the podcast. Sorry, I know it's, like, apples and oranges, but I know, like, you wanted to redo the podcast because you felt like you guys were, like, too, like, serious, and that's, like, not your dynamic. So, yeah, like, I feel like sometimes when I try to have those serious conversations, because we all, like, so, like, just, like, we just screw around with each other and we're just, like, goofy, like, it's kind of hard to...
It's hard to be serious. Yeah, I got that. I think that's great. It's great to lean on humor and levity. So, I would see if he does it again, and then if so, bring it up and, just hear him out. He's your friend. But yeah, I get it. Like, Lucas and I have had, I feel so lucky. Like, I think in a way, because the way me and Lucas met was like in a romantic way, and like we went on dates in San Francisco and whatever, we almost like got that out the way, because I think if you've never hooked up with your guy friend, then you always kind of like wonder like, ooh, what is it? So it's like, in a way, I'm advocating that you should all fuck your guy friends first when you meet them, and then it will be fine. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm like, I was just trying to think, and I was like, why don't I have this dynamic with all my guy friends? And I'm like, oh, because I've hooked up with them already. I'm just kidding. Kind of. Anyway, that is my advice. So see if it happens again. Maybe he has a little crush. You never know.
Okay, thanks. And then since you brought up San Francisco, I'm so sad you're not coming here for the book tour.
I know. You know what? Lucas and I are actually dying to DJ in San Francisco. We want to DJ like 10:15 Folsom really bad, or like whatever the club is there right now. So if you know anyone, tell them to have us come and DJ, because we're dying to come back.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Lots of love, babe. Thanks for calling. Bye. Honestly, I think that is kind of the secret sauce to me and Lucas, is that we got it out of the way. So now we don't wonder about it. So it's like fine. And like a lot of my other guy friends, I don't know. I don't know. I go back and forth on whether I think that, men and women can be friends. But I actually do think men and women can be friends without someone having a crush. Really do.
Do you think there's more of a chance for men and women to actually be truly friends that have banged? Like early on, and like they got, okay.
Yeah, because it's like, yeah, Chris is nodding, like, yeah, because it's like you get it out of the way. And so it's like there's no tension. Like the only tension that I have is with the guys that I'm really close with that I've never banged.
Yeah.
Spoken like a true whore.
So if we're going to take our own advice, you should... bang all your friends.
Bang all your friends, you guys. That's the title for today's episode. Bang all your guy friends. No, but it's also like a double-edged sword for me, because like the only people that I actually feel comfortable around guy-wise is like friends. So sometimes I have to like, which I just mentioned on the show on Monday, which is like if I meet a guy in a dating setting, I'm like, I find it very hard to get to know him. So then I friend zone him, and then I hook up with him, and then I evaluate. That's kind of how I do it, which is really, I don't know about that system. We might have to reevaluate that system. It's fine. I need to friend zone the dick pic guy from last night, and then
for your own safety, it sounds like.
For my own safety, like, but I honestly like kind of already had friend zoned him, so now I'm like more comfortable. Yeah, I have mental problems. Okay,
can you just quickly? Sorry. For the women listening and the curious minds in the studio, what size are we talking here? How many inches are we talking?
It's baby arm.
Holy shit.
No, it's like, guys, it's crazy.
I have two babies. I see their arms often, and that's wild.
The full arm. The full arm, not Christ. Just not from the, like the full baby arm. Like it's crazy. It's nuts. It's really nuts. And you know what? I knew it. And people always make fun of me, my friends, when I say I have a sixth sense with penises. Like, I really know how big they are. My friends are like, you're like, I've never been wrong. And I knew it. Anyway, Gabby. Hey, Gabby. How are you?
Hi. Can you hear me?
I can. Thank you for calling. What's going on?
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, I'm freaking out. I've literally tried to call so many times, and I love you so much. I just want to say hi.
I'm glad you got in. I'm glad you got through, by the way. That's amazing. Thank you for calling.
Well, you're so awesome, and I just love you. But I wanted to tell a quick story that kind of had to do with summer of outside. So I listened to your episode, obviously, and then the day after, so right now I'm living in Madrid in Spain.
Oh, how cool.
I'm here. Yes, I've been here for the last 5 months, and I'm leaving Saturday, which is really sad. But I've had the most amazing time, and so I listened to your episode. The day after your episode, there was a blackout of power and service in the entire city.
Whoa. Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Yes, I'm sure you probably read about it, but I'm sitting in class, the power goes out. I try to text my friends, there's no service, and I'm just kind of like, okay, what do I do? So I walk home, and I just run into my roommate just by chance, which was good. And then we were kind of worried at first, of course, and we're like, what should we do? And we're like, how about we just go have a drink? So we go outside, we find one of the little patios, and we just left our phones at home because there was no service, obviously. We had a drink, we're sitting there, and then some of our friends walk by us on the street by chance.
So fun.
They sit down with us, have a drink with us, and I don't know, it was just the most amazing day. We spent the whole day in the park and just looking around, and nobody was on their phones, obviously, because nobody could be. There's no service, and I just genuinely think it was one of the best days I've had here, and I just thought it really went with summer of outside, and it was just kind of crazy chance. I'm like, did Tinx cause this blackout? But
I wish I had that power. We literally, it's funny that you called because we were just talking before the show started about how we're really overstimulated by screens and how they literally make life feel, they distract us from what's going on. And it's so nice to hear that you had a positive experience being away from your phone. And actually last night at the thing, remember we were talking about how Emma was saying she leaves her phone to go to dinner sometimes because they were like, oh, Tinx, have you ever been without your phone? And I'm like, I literally sleep with my phone. I'm so addicted. It's really bad. But all this is making me really want to put my phone away. And just, you have those moments and it's simple and it doesn't always have to be some big thing. It's just it's just enjoying your friend's company without the phones. And also it's kind of nice that nobody had their phone because then it's there's no threat of someone taking out their phone. I do like the rule. Have you guys heard of this? The first person at dinner to take out their phone pays. So then it's an incentive to whatever. If I played that at every dinner, I would be broke because I'd pay for every fucking dinner. But there's something nice about it, and I'm really gonna try. So I'm glad that you had a positive experience without your phone and with the blackout. I'm sorry that happened. That seemed really chaotic. Aside from the nice times you spent outside.
Yes, it was kind of chaotic at first, but it's honestly kind of funny because I feel if something like this happened in the U.S.,
there would be riots. People would be driving tractors through Walmarts and crashing things over and stabbing people. We have no chill. And by the way, to connect it to one more thing, I think that the reason that people in Europe are happier for the most part is because they have more third spaces and we don't have those in the United States. And really, to go on a tangent here, sorry, the ADHD is raging, but I think that's why the parents are a lot happier in Europe because there, when you have a baby, you take it to the little pub or bar, you sit outside, you chill and relax and you're around other people and it's not oh, you had a baby, you've got to go in your house and not come out till the kid is 3, which is kind of the attitude in America. And it's it's the third spaces. It's the appreciation of a third space. And by a third space, I mean not work and home. Most of America is just work and home. You drive to your job, you spend 40 years at the same corporate company, you drive home, maybe you get a pack of beer on the way home and then whatever. This is a really long tangent. You just called to tell me about your time that you had outside. I'm sorry.
No, but I agree. I love it. I feel the social life here, no matter what age you are, is so lively. And it's honestly, I don't know. I just feel being here has given me a lot of good perspective. Yeah. Just in general.
And it's so nice. In Madrid, there's so many nice places to sit and have a sit, have a coffee, have a drink. It's very chill. Yeah. In America, it's a bar is a bar. New York is really one of the only places where you can sit outside and have a drink, but it's even rare in New York. But in Europe, that's everywhere. It's bars, it's pubs, it's little parks, it's areas for people to gather outside their home and work. It's what we don't have here. It's third space.
Yeah.
But anyway, Love you. Glad you had a great time. And thank you for calling. Thanks.
Congrats on the second week or the second day of the pod also.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. I'm so
Love
happy.
you so much. Tinx.
Love you. Thanks for calling, babe. Bye.
Bye.
No, I think that third spaces is going to be my new soapbox. It is why people are so miserable in America, because the entire system is like go to work and go home. And those are the only two places you can go. And if you dare go out on the weekends, it's a bar, okay? A bar is not a chill area. You can't sit and relax. Like in London, when you go home from work, you stop at the pub and you have a drink and you stand and you relax and you unwind from the day. It's not about drinking. It's about chilling with people and resting and just relaxing and like having social like interactions with people that aren't so charged.
You run into people.
You run into people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Outside.
It's true. But yeah, anyway, summer about siding. Wow, I kind of wish I was going to Spain this summer. But I'm going to Ibiza. It's fine.
It'll be okay.
It'll be okay. I'll be okay. Okay. Guys, so wow, I have so much to say. It's crazy that I used to have only 1 hour of radio a week and now I have 2. Thank God. Super quick break. We'll be right back right after this.